the thread today. Jen and I were opening up one-on-one calls this weekend. So for you all that are serious business builders, you want to get going, like I think this should be a must just for you to get us on the phone one-on-one to answer all your questions. Tomorrow from 4 to 6, and then we're going to change the time Saturday because of our morning workout that we have at 10 every Saturday. So we're going to change that from, did you say 11 to 1 p.m.? Is that what you suggested, Jenna?
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think if we give ourselves an hour to work out and then just open it up.
Yeah. So if you have a specific time, you already know like what 15 minutes you would like to have during that time frame, go ahead and let Jenna or I know. That way we can reserve those 15 minutes for you. So we just want to be one-on-one with you to, get to know you better and answer those questions. You do not have to be my PS coach or Jenna's PS coach. Like I said in the thread, you can be my coaches. We want to open it to our entire downline because we are just one big community and one big sisterhood. So I don't want you to think that it's just for our personal PS coaches either. So that's basically it. Summit, keep thinking about Summit. If you haven't got your ticket already, make sure to get that. We have our house reserved, so that's super exciting. We'll continue to give more information about that as time gets closer, but I'm super excited for that. So I don't care to go ahead and start us off with engagement. So I did take a few notes, so if you see me looking at it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about engagement, just because it's something I feel like can be very frustrating for the simple fact that the algorithms are always changing. When you look at Facebook algorithms or Instagram, it seems like we get good at something, like we know something, and then all of a sudden it changes. And that can be very frustrating. So I listened to a few calls from people outside of network marketing today just to kind of learn about what right now is working and how we can better get that engagement with our followers and our community. So the first thing I want to start out by saying that there is not one size fits all. Okay. I don't want to tell you these 5 tips and you go out and implement all of them. And then 5 days later you say, well, it's not working. Okay. You're going to have to do these things consistently over time for you to be able to see them go into action and to see the results of your action, if that makes sense. So I don't want you to get frustrated if you try these things and you don't see instant results, okay? Just like our fitness journey, it's going to take time to build that following and that community that we're all longing for. So first tip I have, do you have a clear, lit, bright image and video to post? Okay. And I know we have talked about this before and I know you have heard it, but guys, it is so, so important, especially on Instagram. So your goal when you make a post on Instagram, you want to stop the scroll right then, okay? You basically have milliseconds to, you think about it when you get on Instagram and you sit there and you're scrolling your feed. You're literally like not even paying attention to anything. So that picture or that video, whatever you see first, you have a second to get that person's attention. So stop the scroll. You don't need blurry pictures. They need to be well lit, bright, crisp. And guys, when you think about it, it is 2019, okay? There is no reason. We hold a professional camera in our hands every single day, okay? There is no excuses as to why every single one of us can't have good quality pictures, okay? And the video I was watching, she's true, like, Your phone is an investment. Okay, so every single year, write this off on your taxes. When you get new phones, like, you can write these things off. It is so important. Like 98% of my pictures that I use come from my iPhone. Okay, so make sure, if you don't have a really good iPhone, like, find someone with a good camera or use a friend's phone. Ask them if you can borrow theirs one day when you dress up and get nice, whatever. Don't have blurry selfie pictures all the time. And I'm not going to, beat a dead horse because I know we've talked about that. But number one, do you have a clear and well-lit image or a video to post? Number two, does your written caption truly add value to your followers, to your community? Okay, 3 things. Does it educate? Does it inspire? Or does it motivate? The 3 things that you need to ask yourself when you make a post. Is it one of those 3 things? Think about why people pull up Instagram. Okay, why, when you're on your phone, do you click on the Instagram app? And it's usually because you're bored. Number one, you have nothing else to do. You're bored. You're stressed. You're just trying to pass the time, and you're coming to Instagram to feel better. Okay, maybe you're in a bad mood and you want to laugh, or maybe you want to see cute pictures of golden retriever puppies. Like, whatever it is, you're coming to Instagram for that. Okay, you don't want to be an account where you're posting everything. Okay, you've got to hone in on your niche market and think about what can I post that adds value to my followers. Okay, you're not going to want to post, say we're health and wellness, people. We're not going to want to go and post pictures about clothes. Okay, unless that is health and fitness related. Or we're not going to go and post about cars, because we're not a car account where we share about cars. Okay, so you've got to think about, why are those people following you? And that's what you need to post about. You've got to have intention behind your post. Okay, yes, we say at least 1 post a day, but I've said it before. If that post that you're going to make does not educate, inspire, motivate, it doesn't have intention behind it, do not make the post, because that is not going to help your engagement, and Instagram's just going to hide your post anyways, because it is not getting any engagement. Number 3 is, does your post have a call to action? Okay, and if you're a newer coach and you're like, well, what is a call to action? Javen, what is that? So basically it's words on your post asking someone to do something. So you're asking your followers to do something. And the whole point, like, what I love about Instagram is it is truly building your community. It is truly building your tribe and your following. And you want to engage with those people. Like, you want to have conversations and you want to talk with the people who are following you. Okay, you want to engage with them and you want them to engage with you. Now, do not have a call to action on every single post, like a call to action about joining us. Okay, no, because that is yucky and salesy, and that's not who we are. So some ideas that you can have a call to action on are something where you say, hey, I need a favor. Okay, you're simply asking for a favor from them, and then whatever it is that you're asking. Or, what do you think about this? That's simply asking them a question, asking them to engage on your post. Share this post if you found this fitness tip helpful. Okay, share this post in your stories, or share it, whatever it is. You're asking them to do something. Ask them to comment, or ask them to like this post, if whatever it is. Those are call to actions that are not, drop an emoji below if you would like to join my boot camp. Okay, those are just other ways, other questions that you can use to have those people engage and comment on your post. Hey, Jenna, do you care to? Thank you. Ask those engaging questions. So a lot of the time, those call to actions are going to ask questions. Okay, because people are so much more likely to respond or engage when you ask with a question. So, like if I asked, I don't know, I'm not a mom, but when I become a mom, maybe I'm asking, like, my child is having this or is not sleeping through the night. What did you do to help your kids sleep through the night? Or something like that. And when people see your post, they're like, oh, hey, I know the answer to that. Let me stop and comment and help, let her know. So by asking that question, you're getting people to think, hey, I know the answer to that. I'm going to tell her what works. Do you see how that can be engaging? And if you have questions, like, please stop and ask a question. But I want to kind of get through this. So as those comments or those engagements are coming, and it's going to take time, okay, guys? When you start this, you're not going to get 100 comments to begin with, okay? I still don't get that, okay? But it's going to take time. But as you begin to get those comments, I want you to think of these comments as mini conversations. Have conversations on your posts that you are making, okay? You want people to comment, okay? And when they comment, you want to respond. And we'll talk about later about like how to respond or how quickly to respond. But, you want to engage with the people who are, of course, engaging in your post. And I hope that makes sense too. But with your call to action, make sure that it is like relevant to the post as well. So I'm not going to have a call to action on a fitness post about what I should wear and then asking them, comment below if you worked out today. Okay? Because that wouldn't make sense. So make sure what you are asking them to do is relevant to the post. Number 4, does your caption have at least 5 solid hashtags? And this is where like it has changed so much, guys. Instagram's just constantly changing, of course, like I said to begin with. There's something, if you haven't heard, called shadow banned, and people are like, is that a thing? Is it not a thing? Like, what is shadow banned? And like the more I'll, follow my insights and my engagement and things like that, I truly believe shadow banned is a thing. So basically, the days of having 30 hashtags and copying and pasting the same 30 hashtags in every single post are gone. Okay, so we are not going to do that anymore where we use 30 hashtags on every single post. You want to find at least...
Javen,
yeah?
Can you repeat it? Because it keeps cutting in and out. So what was number 4? Sorry, it keeps freezing up for some reason.
You're fine. Is it freezing for anybody else? Am I froze? No, you're good. Okay, I'll repeat it. Number 4 was, does your caption have at least 5 solid hashtags? And that's what I was saying, that this is one of the things that's shifted majorly the past couple of months with Instagram, because it was pick 30 hashtags and use those 30 hashtags, in every single post. And those days are basically gone. You want to find 5 solid hashtags, and here's what's important, that is relevant to the post. Okay? So whatever post you are making, you need to find 5 solid hashtags about that post. So that's where your niche comes back into play. So you should be posting, things on your color wheel that are relevant to you. So for me, for example, I'm a teacher, health and fitness, all those things that are about me. If I am making a teacher post, gone are the days where I use hashtag health and fitness. okay? Because that has my teacher posts have nothing to do with health and fitness. And what Instagram is beginning to see is they're over people using a hashtag just to try to boost their engagement. Okay, so for example, if you had a picture of you with your coffee mug and you love coffee and your mornings with your coffee, say the hashtag Lamborghini was doing awesome right now. I don't know why, but say it was. And you're not going to go to your picture of you drinking your coffee in a mug and use hashtag Lamborghini. Okay? Things like that are going to get you shadow banned. So, in every post, pick at least 5 solid hashtags that are relevant to that post, and stick with that. Okay? And don't use the same ones over and over and over again. And the last one, number 5, which I think is one of the most up and coming one and is turning into one of the most important, is number 5. Are you able to respond to your comments and to your DMs for 60 minutes after you make your post? Okay? So I'm going to repeat that. Are you able to respond to the comments on your post and the DMs in your inbox for about 60 minutes after you make your post? Now, does that mean a solid 60 minutes? No. So here's the point of this. Instagram wants you engaging with your people, okay? So when you make a post, it doesn't want your post sitting there and people commenting on your post or liking your post, and you're nowhere to be found on Instagram, okay? So you want, okay, Georgia, I just got distracted by that. So a solid hashtag, meaning, Jenna, do you care to share like the hashtag website, if you can find that? Hashtag generator or something? You can find solid hashtags that are not like overused, okay? So for me, for example, if I'm making a teacher post, sorry, I just got distracted. It's a good question. Hashtag I teach littles is a one that I've been using a lot because I teach early childhood. I teach second because I teach second grade. Love to teach, hashtag love to teach. So those are solid teacher hashtags that are not going to be overwhelmed, okay? They don't have a million hashtag uses. You want to find hashtags that are solid, meaning they have less than 300,000 probably post with it. You don't want it to be overwhelmed and overused. So I hope that explains it just a little bit. Okay, so number 5, are you able to respond? Instagram loves engagement, and that's why I wanted to talk to you all about this tonight. They love the engagement and the conversations, and they think that's the reason behind the platform, behind Instagram. So do you have maybe 20 minutes or a power pocket after you make a post to stay on Instagram and engage with your followers, okay? So you don't want to make a post and then go walk into work, which is something that I need to work on. Like this is one I need to fix. Am I making a post and then getting off social media? Okay? They don't want that. So, are you able to respond to the conversations or the comments? Are you able to, those people that are commenting on your post, are you able to create a conversation with them? So if you had a call to action and they comment and they're like, yeah, awesome girl, or something like that, can you comment back and say, oh, thanks so much for the love. Like, what do you find most helpful about what that I share? You know, tag them in your response and try to create that mini conversation on your post, because Instagram's going to see all those comments. They don't care that some's yours. They don't care what the comment even says. Okay. What they see is that, wow, people are really liking this post and they're engaging. I'm going to get so many more eyes on this post. I'm going to boost it up. Okay. So they're looking for those comments. Okay. And And what it boils down to is you want to care and respond to your followers. And I know that's common sense, but you don't want to just ghost people that comment on your post. And none of us do that, but I just want to say that, think about it if you're out in public and you're walking into Target, say, and someone's like, yeah, I really like your shirt. Are you just going to sit there and stare? Are you just going to stare at them? No, of course not. You're going to be happy and you're going to respond and you're going to say, oh, thank you so much. I got it from, wherever. Okay. So use your platform, use your post and Instagram to create those conversations and those relationships with people. Because as you build those relationships in your comments, on your post, you're going to start to build those relationships, and hopefully they're going to start to see, what you're posting about, what you're about, your mission to serve others, through health and fitness and through this business. They're going to see that and they're going to keep watching, and then they're eventually hopefully going to turn into customers or clients or coaches on your team. So I hope those 5 tips helped. Are there any specific, do you respond to likes? Okay, so no, not necessarily likes. What I mean by responding is to comments on your post. So every single comment that you get, you should respond to in some way. Okay, whether it's just, thank you so much, I appreciate the love, whatever it is, make sure you're responding to every comment. You don't want to leave someone hanging. Okay, I'm looking in the chat box. I think Jenna's got it covered. Are there any other questions about those 5 things? Do I need to repeat one or do anything? I hope that was helpful. And like I said at the beginning, incorporate those 5 things and be consistent with them. Okay? And when you are consistent over time, you're going to see your engagement and your post go up. But it all starts with, do you have a clear photo? And what is your caption talking about? Like, what are you telling your people? Does it inspire, motivate, or educate? Those 3 things. Or entertain. Number 4 is entertain too.
There's a couple people asking for just a quick recap of what you just said, maybe like hitting on each point.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah. So the first one was clear photos, clear, crisp photos. Okay. Instagram is all about the photos. So if there's one thing that you take away from today's, make sure your posts are clear, clean, bright, or whatever, your theme is that you're going for your Instagram. You want to make sure that, they're clear, bright, fun, just don't go sit there and here's my Shaco, we don't want to do that. Gone are those days. And I was actually like, Time Hop is like cracking me up right now on Facebook because I joined 2 years ago. So like I'm looking back, like I should pull up my Facebook memories for you all right now, but like I'm looking back at when I was first a coach and I'm like, oh my, this is terrible. So I don't want you to think that, I'm sitting here like griping or complaining at you all, because it's really not that bad when we see your post. But I just want you to know, like, it's going to get better. The more that you are consistent and the more you stay with it, I promise you, like, it gets better, because I cringe every single time I see, like, my first few months of coaching. Like, we were all bad. I laugh at some of Nicolette's, too, that we've seen. But number 2 was, does your written caption, so does your caption add value to your followers? Okay, so we are health and fitness influencers. That's what we are, okay? We constantly want to add value. We want to educate, inspire, motivate, or educate. Did I say that? Educate, inspire, motivate, or entertain. Those 4 things every single post should do. Make sure you have intention behind those posts. Number 3 was, does your post have a call to action? Every single call to action is not going to be trying to, quote unquote, sell people something, okay? Have call to actions that include, and I can pull up some of my call to action posts if you all want to see those. But have call to actions that do not include drop an emoji below if you would like to join, something like that. Number 4 was have at least 5 solid hashtags, okay? Gone are the days of using the same 30 hashtags over and over and over again. Make sure you have 5 solid ones that pertain to that particular post. Do not go hashtag, like I said, a Lamborghini on one of our posts. Of course, that's exaggerating. But make sure, like if you're at the beach, you would want to hashtag, athletic, maybe the brand of bathing suit you're wearing, the beach that you're at, tag the location. All those things are going to help boost your engagement. And number 5 was make sure when you make those posts, hang around on Instagram for a little while and engage with the comments, with the people in your DMs. Maybe that's the time you clear out your DMs. But make sure to hang in Instagram for as long as you can after you make that post. It's going to help boost that engagement because Instagram sees that you're on and you are paying attention to your followers. Does it matter where you put the hashtags? That's a great question. As of right now, what I was watching, it does not matter whether you put them in the caption or in the comments. The video I was watching, the woman actually said that eventually Instagram might take out the use of hashtags in the actual caption. So I personally use them in the comments, but if you're only using 5 and you just space down a few, I don't think it looks terrible in your caption. So, whichever way you choose to go, I would just be consistent with that, if that makes sense. So I am being consistent with putting it in the first comment of my post. As of right now, Stephanie, and it could change because it's always changing, but as of right now, what I watched today, it does not matter. It just does not want you using hashtags that are not relevant to the post.
Awesome. Hopefully that was helpful, you guys. I'm going to just go quickly a little bit more into engaging and live videos and IGTV and how you engage that way, because that's also something up and coming. Well, it's not really up and coming. Facebook Live has always been the best way to increase your engagement on Facebook. And so I'm going to kind of go over do's and don'ts a little bit of live video as well, because I think that for me personally, I got away from live videos. I used to go live all the time, and I don't know why. I just kind of sunk in the background. I just felt like I never had anything to talk about. I don't know, I just got used to posting, and then stories came about, so I got just used to posting in stories, and then I just kind of forgot about live video. But I really do believe, just talking to some of the leaders on our team and the research that I've done, live videos and IGTV, Instagram Live, that's really where it's at, and it's really a great tool to utilize to boost engagement, to let people also in on who you are. Some people, I don't know, there might be some people that still don't know about stories, but I don't know. But live video is definitely a great way to increase engagement. I'm going to go into that a little bit more. But just a tagging off of what Javen said is, adding value is the best thing that we can do as coaches. And I feel like I just talk about this all the time, but I do feel like sometimes we get stuck in a rut of talking about our challenge groups and talking about Shakeology and sharing our workouts. And, it's all great. But I think our audience wants to learn from us. We have so much value to offer, and I think it's important to be creative with it. It's important to think outside of the box. Like just the other day, we have the 3-day refresh coming up next week. And so I wanted to talk about, the 3-day refresh, but I also didn't want to just talk about the 3-day refresh, right? So I figured, what can I provide to people? What can I offer them that will just educate them? So I decided to do a little research, and just from my experience of being in the health and fitness profession, like, what should I avoid when it comes to cleanses? And what should I look for when it comes to cleanses, and why? And I feel like that just right there provided, my audience with just tips and education. And then I led into, this is what I do. And I love this 3-day vegan cleanse that I do. But I hope that was also helpful. It just builds the trust with your audience. It builds, they'll look for your next live video. They're going to be like, oh, well, I actually learned something from what she just talked about. So when you go live again, they're more likely to watch your next live video. They're more likely to comment, ask questions, and share your video even to, their friends, because it provided education. It provided tips outside of just trying to sell them what you're doing. We have so many things to offer. If you don't really know, like I decided to Google like what to avoid when it comes to cleanses. And I looked for legit articles that really kind of helped me know kind of the tips to talk about, even though it's kind of common sense. But Google things, like maybe you want to do talk about, I don't know, cleaning something. Like, how do you clean your washer and dryer? I always had an issue with that when I had my front loading washer and dryer. They always stunk. And I never really figured out how to clean a washer and dryer. So if I saw somebody going live about how I clean my washer and dryer, my front loader, I would definitely click on that video and learn and hear what she has to say. So just think outside the box and add value outside of fitness. Maybe you are going to talk about your nutrition or meal prepping, but give tips first. Say, this is what I do. This is what it looks like. This is how it works. If you want to do what I do, that's fine. But I just wanted to show you an inside look of my life and this and this and this. And then they're going to be more intrigued. They're going to actually see what you're doing and asking questions, or being like, well, I could totally do that. What is she doing? Not necessarily showing everything, not necessarily, saying this is the Fixate, this is Ultimate Portion Fix, and this is the containers. Don't really go into that so much, because you do still want to create that curiosity. Show that you're, measuring your food, but don't talk about them too much. And then they're going to be like, well, what are those color containers you're using? So I just kind of hope that helps. Live videos are definitely a great way to increase engagement. And, like I said, just be creative, educate, like Javen said, educate, entertain, inspire, motive, whatever those 4 that you just said. I'm a really good listener. But think outside the box, and I think what also helps too when it comes to live video is be doing something, be standing, be moving, be like cooking dinner as you're giving tips for meal prep, be cooking dinner and meal prepping as you're talking about your upcoming challenge group and what it entails, be unboxing something and talking about, I don't know, your kid's day at school, but you're really unboxing like your Shakeology and your Recover, and not even say anything about it. And then they're going to be like, oh, what were you just opening? So be creative when it comes to live. I think just sitting and talking and not moving into the camera sometimes is boring to people unless what you have to say is really interesting. So that's why I was reading and getting a lot of information from others of talking about live video, where it's like you got to do something, move around, have your kids being crazy, show the last 10 minutes of your workout and give some inspiration and motivation to people out there. Have them join you. There's so many things that you can go live about. And I think we get stuck in this box where we just are like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't have anything to say. You really do. Like, we really have an exciting life as coaches. I mean, I don't know. I think if you're a mom or whatever and you stay at home, you might think, well, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I don't do anything. My life is boring. But you know what, you guys? Boring is relatable to a lot of other moms out there that think their life is boring, right? So go live and be like, hey, I'm kind of boring, but I was doing my makeup today and thought I'd show you how I do a wingtip. Like, I don't know. Do something that might be entertaining. So I would just encourage you to think outside the box. Go live 2 to 3 times a week is what is recommended. 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure your live videos aren't one right after another. I would also say to create a caption on your live video that's intriguing, that doesn't kind of spill everything you're going to talk about, because they want to be like, oh, ooh, well, that's interesting. I'm going to click on her live video and I'm going to watch what she has to say. So always have a caption on there, and make it something that they're going to want to click on and watch you. And be surprising. I think it's really exciting, for me anyway, when I scroll Facebook and I see like a live video pop up and they're doing something crazy, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to click on that. Maybe it's like a dance party with your kids. I don't know. But I would definitely just think about those tips. Think about all of that when it comes to going live. I'm definitely going to be going live more. I went live yesterday and I was like, man, I don't think I've gone live in like, I don't know, months and months and months. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to practice what I'm preaching right now, and I'm going to commit to at least going live twice a week to start. I just started an IGTV channel as well. So if you are on Instagram, I highly recommend this. It's another way to show your life. It's another way that we can, you know, just be a little more interesting on our Instagram. It's another way for people to get to know us. So what I'm planning for my IGTV, I just uploaded my video I talked about about cleansing and stuff like that right now today. But I'm going to start uploading more things about, like, talking about my story. I'm going to share my story in my IGTV and have it in there so people can get to know me a little bit, my coaching journey. And then, you know, I don't know, there's so many different things that you can go into your IGTV about, but it's definitely a big deal. If you don't quite know what to talk about in your IGTV, just go watch other people's IGTV and get some ideas. Nicola Anderson is really, really creative with hers. She's like the other day, she just did like a motivational, like, this is working out and I hate going to the gym and this is why I love my home workouts. And then she posted in there like her pre-workout dance party with like a couple of moves that she did. It was just like short, but it kind of just lets you in on her life a little bit outside of stories. It allows you to create a 10-minute video. You can't go higher than 10 minutes and it can't be less than 15 seconds. So it just allows you to do that. And you could even go in there and talk about coaching and invite to the coaching opportunity, share about what's involved in your challenge group. And then if somebody asks, be like, okay, I'm going to direct you to my IGTV, listen to this. This is kind of what it's all about. It's really simple. You can totally do that. So I highly recommend doing that as well. As far as engagement, it's like a new thing, you guys. So if you are scared to be on video, I would encourage you not to be scared and just do it anyway. Practice at home. I mean, I don't know. You have to get used to it. If you've been doing stories for a little while, you should be getting better too. It's like just doing a really long story. But I would definitely also encourage you to have a plan of action when it comes to going live or uploading to your IGTV. Because if you kind of just go in there and you don't really know what to talk about and it's just kind of like awkward and you're just kind of like, okay, well, I guess that was fun. I'll see you later. Then it was just kind of pointless to go live, right? So I would definitely have a plan of action. Know what you're going to kind of talk about. Know what you're doing. Like maybe if you're just doing something, you're cooking or you're, you know, putting on your makeup while you're talking, whatever it may be, have a plan of action. And don't wait for the best moment to go live. Like I used to think like, oh, my kids are napping, so now's a good time to go live. I can sit still, it'll be quiet, and I'll just be super focused. But that's also boring, you know? So I would actually when I was going live a lot more, I would make sure my kids were up so they could really see the rawness of mom life, the rawness of, listen, I'm still working my business and I'm going live and talking to you guys, but I'm also taking care of my kids and they're crazy and all that stuff. So I would encourage you to just be real and let people in on your life, but also don't just go live to go live. Go live with a purpose. Go live with a plan of action. Have something to talk about. If you don't know what to talk about, do some research on something that's interesting to you. What's going on in your life right now? Just like what I did yesterday. I was like, okay, I'm doing this cleanse. Let me do some research about cleanses out there and talk to people about why this is bad and why this is good. That's simple. I didn't come up with all of it by myself. I do have experience, but I just Googled it. So just think of what's the trend right now. What are people talking about? Go just talk about things. Okay, I'm going on and on about that, but I think you get the point. Going live is where it's at. I highly challenge you to really try to go live at least twice a week, and that will boost your engagement. I'm telling you what, that's what they say. So I definitely encourage you to do that. What else was I going to talk about? I think that was pretty much it. I really just wanted to touch on live video because that's kind of been a big question this last week. I know that a lot of my coaches have gone live this last week, and we kind of just had a live party, which was pretty cool. And I just felt like it was kind of like a thing to do. So that's why I kind of wanted to touch base with it tonight. But I hope that kind of helped you guys give some just basic tips. And I really hope you kind of just try to incorporate all that. And also what Javen said. I think that's all I had to say. Do you guys have any questions about that? Any concerns about going live? Any questions about IGTV? Anything like that? Just unmute yourself.
So we all want to see at least one live video by next week.
Yeah.
And
about anything.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I'm not some random person. I was just gonna say that if you, I don't see myself, there I am. If you go live, you definitely want to click save video or whatever before you continue the video. Otherwise, if you want to save whatever you did, you won't be able to save it. Because that's what happened to me, and I had to like go on my boyfriend's computer that's not a Mac and like download some weird Google extension to save it. And then even then, it didn't even save with the questions that I made myself.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So save it before you like post it or whatever.
Because if you go live on Facebook and you save the video, then you can post that as an IGTV on Instagram. So you don't have to like double dip, if that makes sense. And that is something that I need to work on as well. I can't tell you the last time I went live. It is scary. Like your heart starts beating really fast and then like you start sweating and it's like, oh my goodness. But it really does. You get some of the best engagement on live videos. Because it goes down to what I was saying. Why do people come to Facebook or Instagram? They're bored. They have nothing else to do. So they sit there and scroll social media. And then they waste their time watching my live video when I'm like teaching them about something. So, I mean, you're going to think people are not going to watch this. And then in return, you're going to see tons of people that are like, oh my goodness, I did not know this. Like things like that. And what you can do, here's a tip. If you want to like type it out on your computer and go outside and put your sunglasses on and go live, you can like prop your phone up against your computer and look at your notes or a script that you typed up and you can read from your computer, and those people have no idea. No idea. So that way, like, you can keep your train of thought on track, basically have a cheat sheet, and they don't know it. So I have done that before.
Yes, just make it sound like you're not reading off of a script, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Just a side note.
Yeah. It just helps, like, for you if you're just getting started.
Absolutely.
I want to take a boomerang real quick, too. So if you are able to, like, show us your face, I'd love to have your face on my Instagram story. There's beautiful faces. Hey, Megan. There's Rebecca, Juliet, Georgia. There's faces. Oh, Danielle's coming. No, you're fine. We still have 12 minutes before our hour's up.
Sorry, I have a question about
Yeah.
Summit after we take the picture, if that's okay.
All right, go ahead and ask it. It's fine.
Okay, so I don't think that I have like actually registered. Is that okay? Do I need to go ahead and do that? I paid the deposit.
Yeah, you mean like get your ticket for Summit? You haven't got your ticket?
Well, I've paid the deposit. I just haven't paid the rest of it. I just don't know if I need to go ahead and like register all my other information.
I think, was it Danielle saying or something that the tickets go on sale towards the end of the month? Is that right, Danielle? Am I
That was
right?
in March. In
That
March
was in
they went
March.
on sale. I didn't know how long the sale was.
Okay, I think right now they're at like $165. So, I mean, and what happened last year? Now, last year was my first Summit. So, the closer you get to Summit, the ticket prices went up. So, whenever you can buy it, the sooner the better, I think.
Now, was the deposit just for the house, or was that like?
Are you about in the message thread? Yeah, that was for the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all you all will have to pay for. Is the house. So Jen and I are going to get some groceries and things like that. Basically have like a mini retreat. So all you have to worry about is stay, and it's going to be way cheaper than if we all stayed in a hotel room. And I think it's going to be a whole lot more fun too.
Yeah. So it is correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the $175 for the house?
Yes.
And then whatever the ticket
So
price
that is, and that's from Wednesday night until Monday. So you can stay as many nights or as few of nights as you want to.
Okay, and then the ticket is completely separate.
Yes, so that's to get you to all the events and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like.
And once you get your ticket, you'll start seeing. I believe I got an email that registration opens May 2nd through the 5th, and depending on like where you're at in your business, you get to register for Summit. And they're doing it completely different too. So, which I think is amazing that they're doing this year. So last year, like everyone was just in the trainings, depending on if you were a new coach or a 15-star diamond, everyone was in the same room. So what they're doing this year is they're dividing. So they have from coach to Ruby. So all of you that are coach to Ruby, you're going to be in training sessions about things that are going to help you get your business started off on the right foot. So it's going to be basic things that you need to know. And then diamonds to 1-stars. So diamonds and 1-star coaches, they're going to be in trainings that are specific to them and that are going to help them grow their business and really take off. And then from 2-star coaches up to 15-star coaches, they're going to be on trainings for them and where they're at in their business. So it's really going to be more specific, and I think we're really going to get a whole lot more out of it than, I don't need to be sitting in training about how to get started right, because I'm 2 years in now, if that makes sense. Newer coaches need to be hearing that stuff. So I'm really anxious to get there and see that. So that's what your ticket is going to get you to the trainings, to the live workouts that we have, all that good stuff. So that's what your ticket is for.
Okay, I just didn't want to like miss a deadline or something.
Yeah, no, it's not gone out yet. We'll go in the message thread. I should be able to register towards the beginning. So I'll let you all know like what I'm registering for, because you get to pick a workout, and we can maybe pick as a team which trainer we want to go to and work out with. So that way we can all, and if you don't want to go to that trainer's workout, that's fine. I mean, you can, there's going to be, I think they're all there. Most of them are all there. So you can pick a trainer that you want to do a live workout with. And then we might also just pick one as a team if you want to do that. If not, pick your favorite trainer and you get to do a workout with them one morning.
Okay, I was asking my coach about the whole like food and house situation because I didn't know how that would be. So thanks for the clarification on that.
Yeah, we got you covered. While we're there listening to trainings, I know last year we went to like a Subway that was really close. So, you know, for lunches and things like that, if we're at the trainings and things, we'll probably go grab stuff that is quick in there. But other than that, we might go get a dinner one night, but we will try to have, you know, things at the house to eat. And we definitely want to take things to the trainings because the days are long. And you probably will get hungry as we're sitting there in trainings and, you know, might want to pull out a sandwich and eat, or, you know, a snack or an apple or a banana, something like that. And we'll go ahead.
No, I was just going to remind everybody that May 2nd is qualification date. So if you're pushing for, you know, a rank advancement to be recognized at Summit, or, you know, to be in a different training, right, that Javen was just talking about. So if you're now, I don't know, Emerald and you're pushing for Diamond, if, you know, May 2nd is your goal date to hit Diamond in order to be advanced to the Diamond training at Summit. So just keep those things in mind. I do want to shout out Juliet for hitting Diamond officially today. So I'm so proud of you, and I know Danielle's so proud of you, and we're just like, it's just so exciting. Rank advancing is exciting, you guys. I mean, it's just proof of, you know, the lives that we're helping in our business. Rank advancing just simply means we're helping more people. It's not, I mean, it is a fancy, Diamond's fancy, you know, but it's really just a reflection of hard work and consistency in your business, in your health and fitness journey. And Diamond represents the amount of lives that you are changing. And that's what I love about Beachbody is that, I mean, it's, yes, we sell things, but we sell things to help people. We sell to help and we change lives. And our rank advancement and our income is directly related to the lives that we are changing. It's not directly, I mean, I just don't think about it as being directly related to how much we're selling. It's the lives that we're changing, and it's the lives that we're transforming just by simply being healthy ourselves and being a product of the product. So, you know, just keep that mindset when you are working in your business. You know, we have, if you're not in Success Club, I know you're probably pushing to hit Success Club by the end of the month. So keep your mind right? It's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to, you'd be like, well, why the heck am I doing this? I'm not in Success Club and all this stuff. But you know what? There's that one or two lives out there. They're waiting for you to invite them. They're waiting for you to reach out to them. So always think of an invite like that. They're waiting for you, and they deserve for you to jump in their inbox. They deserve for you to go bug them and follow up with them. Who cares if they block you? Who cares if they say no? You're doing your job, right? You would have so much regret if you didn't reach out to that one person who was struggling with diabetes and didn't have a plan and ended up spending so much money on a personal trainer and still didn't get the results that they wanted, when they could simply just respond to a message that you sent to them and have a plan and a lifestyle of success for the rest of their lives and for their kids and for their kids' kids. So keep those things in mind as you're going to work your business behaviors. And I can't wait to see all of your guys' live videos. And if you want, also in our thread, shout out that you're going live, and we'll try to hop on live with you and just give you some love, because that's always helpful when you're talking to a camera by yourself. So I hope that kind of just gave you some extra motivation, I guess. Okay, now we can take a boomerang. Before my phone dies.
Mine's about dead too.
It's almost dead. Oh, I gotta turn you guys around. That's bad lighting. Okay. Oh, now I'm bad lighting. Hold on. Cloudy weather lighting alert.
That's why you should be in Tennessee.
I know. Someday.
All right. Ready?
Okay, I'm finally ready. Thanks, guys.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. You guys are all so beautiful.
I can't wait for us all to be together.
I know.
And, just a side note, like, the goals that we're pushing for, Jen and I have some fun things planned for the fall that might involve us all getting together. So, just throwing that out there. I think a team retreat is needed. So, I know, Rebecca, I'm sad.
I thrive off of getting together with you guys and our team and our community. Like, there's just nothing like it. And I hope you guys are really pushing to hit Success Club every month to get on that Success Club trip, because, oh my gosh, the cruise was just like, it was like the best thing in the world. And I want all of you guys to be able to experience a trip like that. It's just amazing. Anyways.
All right, ladies. Good night. Thanks for hopping on. Everyone that had to hop off, but I think we had like 18, 19 people. That's awesome. So we keep growing, and I love it.
It's exciting. Okay, love you guys. I will see you later.